Hello and welcome to OWXL League Week 8 on Junkertown. We're in Season 3. This is the last week of the regular season that pits Team 2K against Big Throws. Team 2K coming in and replacing the winless Atlas A kind of late on in the season, but really impressing and getting some good wins against these champion tier teams coming to play and ready to get started here against Big Throws. I'm excited to bring this game to you. All four of the teams in the champion tier will be in the playoffs, so they really Never really matters. Big Throws 5-2, Team 2K 2-5, but I'm pretty sure they inherited an 0-5 record, getting kills on Eternity and Imperial. Rather getting wins, rather. Knocking them down in the kill feed. But anyway, Big Throws, they're at the top and looking to maintain their supremacy. Have done really well this season, and Team 2K looking to kind of lab their way up and beat those at the top before they go into their kind of playoff rounds. We're starting here on Junkertown. And again, Payload Map has brought some exciting games. We just saw the last one on the Challenger tier. Really well contested there. And if you get a chance, definitely go and check out that game. Contender for Game of the Season. And it was really fun to cast. So definitely go and check that out. But now bringing this tier to you. This is our highest tier in the league. I'm your host, Salt and Pepper. Excited to get it started. Again, both teams ready to go. So without further ado, get it off to Junkertown. A lot of fun to do. And no different here. Junkertown, newer one, and I was a little worried because the Horizon Lunar Colony, when it came out, I was not too impressed. Still not a huge fan. I know a lot of people aren't, which is kind of a sweeping generalization, but as far as my sphere of influence, not that popular. But yeah, Junkertown, as impressed, I generally enjoy it, and we get some pretty decent games. So we'll see what these teams have for us here. For the defenders, it's Team 2K coming out first. The Mini Ramasu on Genji, Kane, 3344 on Orisa, Kibito 4 away on Diva, OK Go Joshi on McCree, it's Nika LOL on Mercy, and Privy Gaming on Lucio. For the attackers, Porky here on Genji, Dirty Jockey probably will switch him to Tracer. May actually start out on Widow actually. I think we've seen him start Widow here before. Snake with Feet on Reinhardt, Ryo here on the Roadhog, Ashe, Torbjorn, doubtful, we'll see. Electrified on Lucio. Porky now switching over to the Soldier. We'll see what their comp comes out with as we get a bit closer to that kind of round beginning. Now as I switch into actual comp here, Dirty Jockey on the Tracer. Porky going Genji, very traditional duo for them. Now going Soldier, just again, Caster's Curse, what am I doing? And Ashe now on the Moira. Coming through very aggressively, the left-hand side, trying to get the kills. Electrified already picking one up on Kane, but it was really damaging the entire team, taking down that Roadhog. Again, continuing to push the defense. The payload kind of trickling in behind them and continuing to get kills. It's Team 2K having a retreat just a little bit, and Big Throw still kind of turning the screw here a little bit. The defenders will retreat and regroup, but will still continue to contest. I'm trying to get members back here. Not a lot of members falling, but the defenders still being a little cautious with how they're approaching. They don't want to engage too deeply. Dirty Jockey starting to pass, kind of bother them on the inside there. Is able to take down Mika. And as he goes with the second support, trying to find him, has to retreat and will recall to get the health back. But it's still Big Throws continuing to push pretty aggressively. Ramasu trying to find some space and about half health. Pulse bomb here for Jockey, looking for a suitable target. Hasn't found one yet, but it looks like actually maybe Team 2K wrapping up just a little bit. I don't know, as I say, that still members of Big Throw still pushing pretty aggressively. At Pulse bomb, I don't think it landed, but Kibito able to get it regardless. Mini Ramasu coming through with the Dragon Blade, able to pick up 2. Kibito will get back to the fight. Nika able to grab that Orisa. Dirty Jockey retreats, and ended up actually being a pretty good defense here for Team 2K. Now pull from behind, will catch them unawares. It's a now Ryu down actually for the attack. Sneaky feed answers back, getting Proby down, and now grabs another on Kane. The Deadeye actually coming off from Joshi actually he was able to get that off before he goes down. And the attack again coming in pretty relentlessly, but Mini Ramasu able to wrap up a couple. Payload sits idle as the defense kind of wraps around it. Kubito in kind of a tough spot, fighting around that shield pretty well, and able to fend off a lot of these attackers. Mini Ramasu has his hands full with Dirty Jockey on the other side. His tactical advisor coming out here from Porky. Getting damage in and not quite able to finish the job there on Kubito, but somebody else will wrap it up. And the attackers continue to get the kills. Kubito actually went down with that supercharger, so it'll be difficult for them not to have that ultimate until that Arisa joins the fight. But still continue this contention with Joshi on the Tracer. Finally does go down, and that's a Big Throw's cap on point A. A pretty good start for the attack. 3 minutes and 43 seconds to work with. We got 2 ultimates as well. Another on the way with Snaky Feet, very close to a Earth Shatter. For the defenders, Mini Ramasu close to another Dragon Blade that was very effective the first time he used one. Kubito with a supercharger, not able to use it that last fight, so saved it for this one. Joshi now building a pulse bomb. Now trying to get the res in. Nika is able to get Kane back up. Dirty Jockey getting a lot of damage in, but not quite able to connect with the kill. Shatter coming through, does catch Nika in the back, but the damage doesn't follow up, and they're able to pick up that Reinhardt. Dirty Jockey falls as well. It's a good defense for Team 2K. And yeah, Porgy kind of bouncing it around on the back line, but will escape and retreat with his team. Pretty good defense there from Team 2K. A couple casualties, but able to weather the storm there from the Big Throw's attack. Tracer battle here, but now Snaky Feet getting involved. Joshi and Dirty Jockey duking it out. And now not a lot of space in this center section. Dirty Jockey finally finding the pulse bomb onto Kane. It's another whole hunt coming up from Ryu here. But the sound barrier from Proby Gaming, well timed, trying to keep everyone alive for Team 2K. So contested, the time bank continues to whittle down to 30 seconds left, and the sound barrier coming out from Electrified on the other side. And now it's Kubito trying to stay alive as long as possible. Joshi and Proby Gaming trying to flank him well and defending, doing just that. Joshi getting a kill there on Ryu will kind of eliminate some of these attackers, but there's still 5 strong back here. Proby being bothersome on the payload and able to get a couple kills, but finally does go down. Snaky Feet able to pick him up. Ash here with the Transcendence could use it just to keep the attackers a little bit bolstered as they continue through this fight. Hasn't used it just yet, but does get the kill on Kubito. Attack continuing to push, finally starting to wrap up the kills. And yeah, it'll be maybe Team 2K trying to contest one more time before this checkpoint. Now Proby Gaming trying to come back in on the Lucio, but they will repel him. Now Mini Ramasu all by himself with a Dragon Blade. Could try and use it here if he finds a good opportunity, but doesn't really have his team with him. They do bait out the Transcendence though, so if you're able to stay alive long enough, you can definitely use it here to try and cause some problems for the attack. Sees that Zenyatta and goes in for the kill with the blade there, finds one, looks for another, is able to pick up Snaky Feet. Dirty Jockey with 2 kills of his own the other way. Kane and Kubito both falling. And it's a pretty good Dragon Blade there. Maybe not quite as effective as you'd like it to be, and the attack continues to push. 0.21 meters away, the payload continues to inch forward. That will cap B. 2 minutes and 37 seconds as they come into the third and final section. Ultimate's building here, 97% for Porky, who could use a Dragon Blade to kind of shell shock this defense before they're able to regroup, as well as maybe they'd like. Electrified with a sound barrier here, and also looking to protect the team as they continue this engagement. They're very close now, in 2 minutes and 11 seconds. There's a lot of time to work with, but this is a very difficult defensive section. Now Porky trying to go in, but will have to retreat, doesn't have the space, and Joshi's able to take down that Genji with the ult in his pocket. So he'll have to come back in and help his team. That would be encouraging for the defenders. And now Team 2K really starting to pilot on. Ramasu able to get the dash kill onto Electrified. Damage coming in from the top as well from Joshi on the Pharah. Ramasu continuing just to slice and dice this back line for Big Throws. Dirty Jockey tries to hide. Will recall, may not be able to escape here. I was able to get away actually very skillfully without taking any damage. And yeah, will retreat to the rest of his team. Ultimate's on the way for that Tracer as well. 98%, now 99 to the Pulse Bomb. And Electrified with a Sound Barrier. Still for them, and can use that in this engagement. Nicolol with the Valkyrie. Dirty Jockey trying the same spot. Ramsu did not forget and was able to get a good headshot. Dirty Jockey has to retreat, still building ultimate here for Ramsu. Now it's Dragon Blade going the other direction. Porky looking for kills, but nothing really sticking just yet. Gets a little low and still continuing trying to damage, but the barrage from Joshi able to pick up 2, and the kills still going the way of the defenders. So the initiation comes in from Porky with the Dragon Blade, and Team 2K not worried about it at all, just absorb that damage a little bit. Came out with ultimates of their own and shut down that attack. Continuing to push in now, are able to stagger Ash. Porky falls as well, and Big Throw's attack kind of falling apart. Only 30 seconds left. Quite a bit of their time has been eaten down since they've gotten to the second checkpoint, and Team 2K now with the short respawn, starting to really put some pressure on. Now 10 seconds, we'll wait for the last contest coming in from Big Throws. It's going to be Dirty Jockey here on the trade show. We'll get back to the payload, continues pushing here, maybe behind everybody. It's not contested, they're not even really paying attention to itself, but they've got the pulse bomb in. It's a fantastic triple from Dirty Jockey. Able to wrap up the defense, and I would just stayed out, just got his own space, waited for the Graviton, darted in, dropped that pulse bomb. It would really continue this attack for Big Throws. Kane trying to contest as long as possible, getting wrapped up here and staggered just a little bit. Proby Gaming trying to get away wall riding and able to get back to the safety of his team. Dirty Jockey about to retreat, rather, the safety in numbers that Lucio has. A little bit dangerous for him. But now Ramasu coming back into the Dragon Blade has the protection of the sound barrier, dicing and trying to find, but Ryu is able to get the kill on that Zarya. And just that would make enough to get Big Throws off this point and take down this overtime meter. Porky falling there, continuing to get the kills. The attack clawing on as much as possible. Snake with feet, the only one left though. Oh, now Electrify joining him. The only Lucio the overtime meter starting to take down the attackers with not a lot of time. It does just about drop and continues to contest. Dirty Jockey able to come back in, but now it will come down. Only 2 points for Big Throws, but very solid attack for them. Team 2K finally able to get the stop and look to take the map in round 2. Press and push from Big Throws. See what they have in their defensive locker. Team 2K looking to wrap up this map in the second round and get the win. First in the best of 3 game series. Now the comp shaping up for the defense. Porky on the soldier, Dirty Jockey going Roadhog, Snake with feet on the Reinhardt, Ryu on Roadhog, Ash, and Electrified on supports, Mercy and Lucio respectively.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Where does it hurt?
Trying to get Joshi on the Bastion down to the payload. He's able to get set up just about. I think Cupido is able to get the shield up. Joshi is on the Bastion, looking to melt down those shields. Good halt here will take Ryu off the high ground. That's a good kill for the attackers as they really want a lot of momentum coming in and making sure they have a lot of time on the clock should they get to that third section. Some of Big Throws having to retreat on the defense as the attackers from Team 2K continue to push very well so far. Good kill from Kane on Dirty Jockey, uses to take a breather and at full strength continues to push as the rest of the tanks coming up as well. One on the payload and they're not worried about it, continuing to get the kills in on Big Throws. And now it's Ash calling a tough spot. Finally does fall this last remaining Mercy to keep her life stack a little bit. And Payload very smoothly riding into the checkpoint. Impressive start here from Team 2K, a solid response from them, and cap that with 5 minutes and 37 seconds now, coming into the second section. And yeah, impressive attack. Not discouraged by this record Big Throws has coming into this game. Joshing now off the payload, pushing up a little bit further. Could get caught out, but now retreating with the safety of Nika there on the Mercy. Taking the high ground now, Big Throws looking to rain down some damage, disrupt this attack a little bit. Now his ultimate's coming out. Remizu coming in with the Dragon Blade, sees that Mercy and can't quite connect the blade. Yeah, isn't able to find her just yet. It's a wasted all for them. But able to maybe separate a little bit. Dirty Jockey able to come back on the junk right now. Getting kills in, finds some Mercy from the other side. Nika falling, Snake with feed falling, however, for Big Throws. Now kills again, swapping either side of this Genji, just going rampant in the feed. Team 2K, I think, a slightly disadvantage, but trying to continue getting kills. And I think it's still Big Throws holding well. Very low, though. A little bit of help. The Pro V Gaming sound barrier will help Team 2K just continue this push. Now they have reinforcements spawning in both sides, too. And kills once again, swapping either side. Hard to tell who has the advantage, but definitely the ult economy going the way of Team 2K. Now going once again with Dragon Blade. Remizu earning these so quickly, able to find Ryu, but nothing else. And wants a little bit more out of that, but sees a few low members able to pick off Dirty Jockey, going for that Mega. Snake with feet could be the next victim. Ash falls. The Shadow coming through from that tank, but he'll fall before he can wrap up the damage. And Team 2K continuing to push, but Ryu using the whole hog here, looking for a couple kills. I think it is Team 2K with the advantage. A little bit of a stagger from Electrified. Does fall there. I think it's just the Genji, but trying to get Porky down, but he's being pesky. You see that junk right on the side. They may just die from just waiting for him to come out of that doorway. But I think they will cap this uncontested. So still 5 minutes on the clock. That is a lot of time to work with. They don't have too far to go, but still an impressive stop here from Big Throws. Should they complete it. See what they have. A little bit reeling, perhaps. They've got a couple ultimates to work with, but a few on the other side as well for Team 2K. Remizu runs into a little bit of danger because of the healing from his supports. Now Porky switching over to the Pharah, trying to get damage in from the sky. Mini Remizu going down really tired, but getting rezzed back into the game. Now it's Remizu with the Dragon Blade. Again, looking for an opportunity to use that. He's had quite a few of these in the game so far. Maybe looking for the flank all the way around. They don't really pay attention to him going underneath for that Mega. Now he's on the top. Could see a few victims if they're not aware of his presence. Does find it. Looks for the dashing on the Pharah. May find her, but she's going to heal by the Mercy plus the sound barrier. I think that's going to be a little bit too much protection. And once again, another Dragon Blade goes by here for Mini Remizu. He should be able to pick up another one very quickly. We've seen him with quite a few, but it's going to be Snake with feet now going for the Mega, 10% away from that Shadow that could really disrupt the rest of these attackers. They're very close, and they have so much time. The Res coming through on Remizu to keep them strong, but a Shatter will catch him. He's on the ground and does go down. That's Ryo here trying to stall for Big Throws, has a little bit of help from the Mercy. It's another tire coming through from Dirty Jockey, catches Kane, but he's got the damage resistance from the Take a Breather, and gets a little bit of that health back. Still has a whole hog and hasn't found an opportunity to use it. Sees one here and tries to find a couple. Picks off that Lucio, and that will be the map. Team 2K with a very aggressive, impressive attack, taking down Big Throws on the first map, Junkertown.
Play of the game.
Impressive pulse bump here from Dirty Jockey, just again patient, waiting for that Graviton. Catching a few unawares and really kind of shutting down that kind of attack there from Team 2K. Wow, can't talk. Anyway, fantastic to see that from them, and Big Throws will have the map pick. We come back with that for you in just a second. Alright, and albeit with minor difficulty, we are back. And Team 2K now going up 1-0 against top of the table Big Throws. Very impressive in their first round on Junkertown. Pretty strong defense. Big Throws able to get 2 points, but then a very aggressive attack to cap it with time to spare. And Team 2K showing they came to play. It's going to be Oasis coming out from Big Throws, and I kind of expected from them a favorite map. I've seen them play here a lot, so looking for a comfortable map to get back into it here. Force the third game in the series. Got a few substitutions coming out, so we'll make those changes, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we appreciate your patience coming back in on Oasis. Pick from Big Throws looking to get back in it here after dropping on Junkertown to Team 2K, the newcomers, and the first time facing this team. So excited to see what they have here. Looking pretty good so far. Again, with that initial game we go off of. See if they have it here to continue beating the group leaders. Again, all 4 teams will go into the playoffs from this tier, so this will be a good practice for them. They haven't got a chance to play this team yet, so important to get that experience now. Now coming in on Oasis. Now Big Throws on the left in the blue. Porky going Hanzo. Actually, it's probably really no point in picking. They generally troll me every time. Seriously, every time. Probably more trustworthy comps here on Team 2K. Remisu on the Genji again, Kane, or possibly on Tracer. Winky Face Diva now a sub coming in, going Diva. Sub on the other side as Comfy comes in as well.
1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Again, looking to get a win here and tie up the series in this best of 3 in the final game of the regular season from the champion tier. OWXL your host here, Salt and Pepper. Bring this game to you between Big Throws and Team 2K. Coming in immediately to the high ground, the fight kind of breaking out. It looks like the supremacy going the way of Team 2K. And Dyer was able to kind of take that spot and rain down damage here on the defense. And it's still looking strong here for Big Throws. Are grouped up well, getting the kill here on Mika now falling. Electrified falls for the other side. Dirty Jockey falling 2 though means that Team 2K has the numbers advantage. Still relatively even though, the kills kind of going either way, but Ramasu picking up where he left off the first round, continuing to get the kills on this Genji. 94% to a Dragon Blade, and again he earned those so quickly on Junkertown, doing the same here as Team 2K wraps up that first point pretty cleanly. Dirty Jockey finds a reflect, finds the mini, trying to escape this Genji with that Dragon Blade, looking for an opportunity to break that out. Now as looks like Big Throws looking to engage once more. Ramasu again, the only one with an ult, looking to use it here. Very close. Covered Nebula now has one. The Butterfalls could come out in this next fight. He's a little low and has to retreat. Dirty Jockey with a pulse bomb could try and find it on one of these tanks. The Coalescence now coming out here from Ash on the Moira. Dirty Jockey and Porky combining well to wrap up some of these kills on Team 2K, and they may be able to flip this point back. Ooh, could be in trouble there. Dirty Jockey will retreat, save that fight for another day. Big Throws continue to clean up and start to earn some percentage on the point. 45% gone for Team 2K, and a good start for them. Big Throws again looking to answer back here and force the third game of the series, so they'll look to win this round and wrap it up in 2. And Ramasu falling early is encouraging for Big Throws. They lose one as well. Both of those Genjis out of the fight. Now Rez coming back in for Ramasu and has the Dragon Blade. Will decide to use it here, gets in behind and tries to find some of these kills. Isn't quite able to connect just yet. It's another lackluster Dragon Blade there. A little bit difficult to contend with. But and now Diva going out of mech, trying to use the self-destruct. Is not able to connect, and he does scatter the fight just a little bit. So 40% for Big Throws continues to build to pass the 45% earned by Team 2K, but 2K still trying to contest this point. They've got the Primal Rage coming out from Cubito on the Winston. Now a Coalescence from the other side. Ash on the Moira, just looking to get off the healing, a little bit of damage coming through. That looks like ults here for both sides, but now the kills really going the way of Big Throws. They're wrapping up here, and 65%. This is an encouraging round for them. They're going to wrap this up here. Have a chance to level out the game. Long flank here from Dirty Jockey. Looks to get the pulse bomb in. Recalls, but doesn't quite connect. Unfortunate there, but was a good idea. I admire the creativity. Now it's Comfy Nebula going out of the back in Diva. Makes it difficult for Big Throws to continue this engagement. It's another Dragon Blade here from Porky, looking to find some vulnerable members of Big Throws, or rather of Team 2K. Won't really pan out for them though. That falls flat as 2K starts to get the kills in their favor. Yeah, Winky Face here with the self-destruct unneeded. They'll flip this point back, I think. Starting to look that way if they can wrap up these last couple straggling Big Throws members. Dirty Jockey trying to escape. He's able to get to the health back, but may find a little bit more trouble. Recalls over there to the jump pad, but Winky Face very privy to it, and that Tracer will get away. Very impressive, but maneuvering from Dirty Jockey to reboot the team. A death there, and the stagger could be very difficult to contend with. 60% now gone for Team 2K. It's another Coalescence coming out here from Ash, trying to help initiate. Self-destruct now coming up from Winky Face, looking to catch a couple. Does not find any balance. Ramasu on the Dragon Blade finds Ash in the back. Still with the blade, is able to find just the one. Cubito goes down best immediately from Nika. And Team 2K may be able to keep this defense up. That's still going the way of Big Throws though. If they're able to flip this point back, it would certainly drop in overtime and they would win this first round. There's still a contention coming in though. Pro V Gaming to get back as quickly as possible with that ball riding. Finds a little bit of room. And the overtime meter starts to tick down, but he's continuing to contest the rest of his team members, trying to stall as long as possible. Overtime meter threatening to tick down, but still a little bit of a hope on the point. Self-destruct scatters a few, but does not quite connect before he's able to pick up Nika. They won't have that mercy to continue helping them fight this point. Oh, Pulse Bomb trying to come out from Kane, but doesn't quite connect. Still holding on really strongly here. Big throws with the point. Finally do secure the objective, and a good start from them on Oasis. Now coming in here on the second round, Team 2K looking to answer back and just get the win on Oasis, avoid that third map. That hate for big throws to get any momentum and win this round on Oasis and come to that third map with a head full of steam.
5, 4, 3,
Coming in now, Porky again with Genji. Very similar comps we saw in the first round. Didn't expect any changes here, and didn't see. Never guess why you on the Winston. Like I was on the Winston before. Pretty similar comp for the other side as well. The fight breaking out here immediately. Kane here on the Tracer looking to get that damage through. Porky finally getting the first kill on that Mercy, a valuable pick for them. Team 2K now disadvantage the control point, opening up in about 3 seconds or so. Kane darts in and out to the health pack and back in again. Porky continuing to get kills for big throws. That's really starting to go their direction, and Team 2K may have to retreat. Really strong play from Big Throws since they first took that point. Was Team 2K that got the first point on Oasis initially, but as soon as Big Throws got it, they didn't really let it go. Self-destruct coming through doesn't quite connect here for Winky Face Diva. Doesn't matter though. Still trying to contend the point. Kane looking for that pulse bomb. Doesn't find it. Porky's continuing to get kills on the Genji and has a Dragon Blade. Could look for an opportunity to use it, but I think Big Throws will wrap up this without any additional ults needed. We'll have 6 going into this next fight. Now it's the Primal Rage coming out here from Kibito. Just trying to separate the stack a little bit. It's a Mini Ramasu Dragon Blade trying to find a couple. Gets Nika and looks for another. The Self-Destruct does come through from Comfy. Does catch Mini Ramasu. He's not quite able to get away. Still another Dragon Blade available for Porky and looks for an opportunity to use it. Sees one here, catches a couple from behind, and now it's Kibito trying to find some space and some health. It's another Dragon Blade that doesn't quite connect there for Porky, but still the fight breaking out. A lot of ultimates used here for Big Throws, and they are maintaining the point, but maybe a little bit too many used. Not a lot for either side now. Just the coalescence from Ash. 4 Big Throws. A couple coming in for Team 2K, however. And now continuing to get a lot of the damage through at 97-98% here for Big Throws. Team 2K stalling a little bit. Finally do capture the point here in overtime. So they know they can't lose a team fight. Big Throws looking very solid, but yeah, they got a lot of time to try and take this back and wrap up this round. Oh, getting pulled there, Comfy in a tough spot, getting healed by the supports, but the fight breaking out once more. Nobody falling again just yet, but it is a whole hog, I think, coming up from Kane. Able to catch Electrified in a corner, does get the damage there. Ramasu now switching to the Reaper, getting a double in the feed, and really all of Team 2K coming in at it, winning that initial fight after capturing the point. We'll take some positives from that. Big Throws has to regroup. ultimates for both sides. Not a lot here actually. Dirty Jockey just picked up that Pulse Bomb before he get close to a Dragon Blade, but 4 for the other side. Team 2K, and they could use it to continue defending this point. It's been a good defense from them so far since they capped in overtime, 60% or so, and looking to build on that foundation. Coalescence from Ashe tries to separate a few. Mini Ramasu finally able to kill on Electrified to really tip the fight maybe their favor. Ryu though with a Primal Rage not able to use it, taken down by that Reaper, and he's not able to use that to try and stall. Self-destruct will scatter a couple, but doesn't quite connect with anything. Comfy can't get away. And a pretty good wrap up there with Team 2K, now over 90%, and very well could win this round just outright. I don't know if anybody can come back in and contest. Looks like a last second contest available from maybe Dirty Jockey. Melted down very quickly. They are able to force the overtime though. Ultimate's coming on either side, nothing quite coming through. Kane able to get the kill on Ryu though. And difficult to tell who has the overtime meter threatened to take down. They may step off the point if they're not careful. Now Team 2K starting to wrap up a little bit. Overtime meter does tick down, and contention still coming through from somewhere. But hard to tell. Looks like it's the Primal Rage here coming in from Ryu. They finally find him. Kane with a whole hog just trying to get him off the point. It is successful, and Team 2K answer one back on Oasis. Fantastic response from Team 2K, looking to get the win here on Big Throws. And yeah, went down early there in Oasis, but able to get the point back in overtime. Held onto it pretty well and got that second round. Looking to maintain the momentum and win the series with a win in this round, Oasis.
5, 4, 3.
Switch to Reaper for Ramasu, being a little bit more effective. The Genji was getting shut down a little bit. Switch here can help with Ryu on the Winston. So solid change for them. See if it pans out. Team 2K coming straight to point very aggressively. The Zarya though from Poor Hugh make it difficult with all that charge building. Comfy able to get the kill on Ramasu. That'll be a good pick for them. As the fight breaks out, Comfy able to add another on Nika, and I think that's Big Throws. Should be able to wrap up this point as it opens up. Saldo's acting continuing to stall, which is actually, I think it's Pro V Gaming or Electrified in the back for. Oh, there, they actually finally do cap the point. Big Throws kind of got off a little bit as it opened up, but now the attack, you got to earn a little bit more percentage there. Coming directly back into point, Team 2K able to start the fight once more. An early coalescence from Ashe though, trying to make a difference, able to take down Kibito as the res comes back in on Mini Ramasu. Team 2K just has lost the one now. Dirty Jockey with the Death Blossom grabs double. Big Throw should maintain control of the point.
I will rebuild you. What an interesting hypothesis.
I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Team 2K coming back and wasting no time trying to gauge the point once more. 41% gone for Big Throws. They use the Death Blossom, completely ineffective though, as the pin comes in on Dirty Jockey. Fantastic for them, and now the Graviton to try and catch the incoming attackers from Team 2K. They'll get spread out here from the ultimates from Big Throws. Trying to earn a little bit of the percentage, but nothing quite going through just yet. 60% gone for the blue team Big Throws. Yeah, Team 2K not really able to gain a foothold in this. Actually able to do a swinging back vid. It seemed like finally the kill started going their direction. Good double pulse bomb from Kane, really kind of swung the fight. Kibito adding as well and starting to earn a little bit more percentage. And if we see what happened in the last round, Big Throws could be in a tough spot if they're not able to answer back and take this point. Now engaging very quickly, Mini Ramasu trying to melt this. Winston can do just that. Ryu falling early, but Kibito falling for the other side means 5v5. Death Blossom available for Ramasu, looking for an opportunity. Gets a couple vanilla out, actually taking Dirty Jockey down. Comfy Nebula going out of the bag as well. Team 2K really pressing in on Big Throws. Good initial fight for them, already 40% gone. And yeah, feeling really good about this round. Still with a couple ults, and Proby Gaming very close to a sound barrier. That'll give them 4 for this next fight. A couple building for Big Throws as well. About to engage quickly, they do just that. Pushing in on Kibito, who has to retreat just a little bit to the point. Contending well with Winky Face TV, giving them some trouble here at this choke. It's going to be a sound barrier coming through to try and keep them up. Nika using a Valkyrie as well. 68, 69% gone for Team 2K. Really starting to catch up to that percentage earned by Big Throws. Dirty Jockey falling. And yeah, Rise Devil has the advantage. Now a Death Blossom coming out from Mini Ramasu trying to catch a couple. He is able to get a few kills there. That may turn the fight or may hold on to the point for them. Really big play for him, and hopefully that will be enough. Again, not earning the point for 74% gone for Big Throws. Team 2K able to take it back and holding on to it with an iron fist. Trying to wraith back into the point. 98% means they will be able to force the overtime. Another coalescence here from Ash, just trying to help Big Throws stay alive on the point. Really just an all-out brawl though. Kane with a pulse bomb looking to find an opportunity to use it. The Graviton connects with a couple, but maybe doesn't wrap up as many as they would have liked. Big Throws looking pretty good on the point so far. Dirty Jockey not connecting with that Death Blossom, however. But I think Big Throws, they have the advantage. I think they have the numbers. So yeah, Sound Barrier coming out though, also for Big Throws. Trying to keep them alive, and I think it's going to work out for them. Just a couple of contenders left for Team 2K, but they've got a few members coming, straggling back in. No walls to work with. It will be a Big Throws cap, and Team 2K knows they have a little bit of time left to just try and they've got one more initiation left to be sure, so they can just wait a second and just take it one more fight. No ults really for either side, but they've got the Valkyrie from Nika, so they could be in a good position if they use that well. Now initiating, Winky Face Diva coming in, Nika using the Valkyrie to try and keep that Diva up. Now with this Elf Struck, could use that to really catch Big Throws unaware, coming through the window. We'll see if anybody sees her. Is able to catch that Lucio. It's a big kill for them. Control point about a third of the way going for Team 2K. Not a lot of ultimates still though. The Shadow coming through catches at least 3. That's huge for Kibito. Able to catch a couple. The pin coming in. They're really wrapping up the kills now. Control point starts to go that direction. They just about cap it. The overtime meter looks like it may just trickle down. It's Electrified trying to come into contest, but it won't be enough. Team 2K taking Oasis and the game.
Play of the game.
Game for Team 2K, just really good at getting in the backline, using those pulse bombs effectively, and just really being a distraction, causing some issues. And that double red that helped them flip that point, and they really never gave it up. So strong push for Team 2K, strong win for them, and just showing they can go toe-to-toe with any member of this tier. We'll get some post-game thoughts and look ahead towards some playoff stuff at this tier and other tiers we can bet. And definitely an impressive win from Team 2K, able to go and take down Big Throws. It looked a little dire for them. It may go into a third game of the series when Big Throws took that first round on Oasis, but Team 2K rallied back, winning the second and third round, taking it back from Big Throws, who earned it originally. And yeah, showing they can really just hang with all these teams. Excited for Season 4, excited for these playoffs, where we'll have all 4 of the teams in the champion tier kind of facing each other for that title. But Team 2K definitely in that conversation, looking very solid since they come into the league in just Week 6 a few weeks ago. So impressive from them. Again, Week 9 will be a makeup. There won't be any games from this tier because they're even numbers, but no makeups to be made since Team 2K did just finish their last head-to-head against the third other team in that league, or that tier rather. So there's a few of those in the Challenger tier. I think there's some makeups in the Rivals tier as well. So check the website for those schedules that should be posted this week. OWXL.com. Again, if you missed the Challenger tier game before this, the top 2 teams, Crisis Red and Brian's Rejects, duking it out. Fantastic game. Definitely go check that out in the archive. It's over there. We'll have it on YouTube later this week as well. Really good game and fun to do that tier. A lot of playoff spots on the line in Week 9, so make sure you're paying attention to that. But I think that will do it for us. Really appreciate you guys watching. Again, I know I said this in the last game, but if you do have an Amazon Prime subscription and you're not using anywhere else, just feel free to toss us a subscribe so you can support all the work done by the volunteers in the league to put all this together, and we can get prizes for tournaments and the league winners and things like that. So every little bit counts, and we really appreciate it. To our existing subscribers and to anybody should you subscribe in the future, we really appreciate it. So yeah, for Salt Pepper and the rest of the league, that'll do it for us, and we'll see you guys next time.